Few bases of classification were dealt in the previous lecture. From there we move onward now. Now next we are going to do is germ layers. Now what are germ layers? Diploblastic and triploblastic. This is the next basis of classification. Now what is this germ layers? Listen. All animals are multicellular. सारे animals की body multicellular है, right? But these cells, they are arranged in layers. We are multicellular and the cells, they are arranged in layers. If the cells are arranged only in two layers, the outer layer being ectoderm and the inner layer being endoderm. See here, ये purple से जो बना हुआ है, this is your ectoderm and this one is your endoderm. बीच में there is mesoglea, that means a gelatinous, it is a gelatinous mass जिसको हम mesoglea बोलते हैं. But mesoglea is not found in everyone. Yes, yeah, ठीक है, पाया जाता है mesoglea बीच में. This mesoglea is nothing but it is not cell. It is a gelatinous mass between the ectoderm and endoderm जिसमें कुछ cells float करते हैं and they make communication. This cell may come from there to here, thus maintaining communication between the two layers. Ectoderm and endoderm के बीच में some floating cells पाए जाते हैं which make communication between the two layers. But this is non-cellular. This is non-cellular. The cell is basically divided into two layers. The outer is called ectoderm, the inner. Such animals are called as diploblastic. Diplo means two, blast means layer. The body is divided into two layers, an outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. Such organisms are called as diploblastic. Diploblastic में कहाँ तक आएगा? Up to ctenophora. I'll show you in the table, right? In other animals, except few, the body में जितने cells हैं, that is organized into three layers. What are those? The outer layer of cell is called as ectoderm. You can see it over here. The outer layer of cell is called as ectoderm. Then the middle layer of cell is called as mesoderm. You can see this. And the inner layer of cell is called as endoderm. वैसे organism जिसमें जो cells हैं body के, they are organized into three layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Such animals are called as triploblastic animals. This is from phylum Platyhelminths till chordates. Right? So let us see what I am trying to tell you. So this is about the germ layer. So come here. Look at this germ layers. Porifera is diploblastic. Coelenterate is diploblastic. Ctenophora is diploblastic. From Platyhelminth onwards till us, the body का जो cells है, it is arranged in three layers, and thus such a body organization is called as triploblastic. Right? So again, if we come to annelids, see, without knowing, you are knowing so many characters. Even without touching the topic, you are knowing so many characters. Right? So we have done four bases of classification. One, level of organization. Second, symmetry. Third, segmentation. Fourth is your germ layer. We have already done it. Now next basis of classification we are going to do is coelom. Now this is a really very interesting topic, coelom. I have often seen children, they do not understand what is the coelom. Right? I will tell you what is the coelom. And then we will see how it will go about. सुनिए, हमारा जो body है, right? हमारा जो body है, ये कैसा बना है? If you look at the previous diagram, so I want you to notice one thing from the previous diagram, that we are all triploblastic. So मैं पहले triploblastic की बात कर लूँ. Just look at it. One thing which is not labeled here is, यहाँ diploblastic हो चाहे triploblastic, the center hollow part, see this is ectoderm, this is endoderm. What is the center part? This is the gut. What is this? This is ectoderm outside, this is endoderm, this is mesoderm. What is inside? It is gut. What is gut? Gut is digestive system. Gut, digestive system का एक और नाम है gut. That means अगर body को ऐसे काटोगे तो there is a layer of cell, you know, that is ectoderm, उसके अंदर mesoderm, फिर endoderm, और जो बीच का खोखला cavity, जो लंबा tube like structure है, which will continue from mouth to anus, that center part is called as gut. Right? So this is how initially the triploblastic organism developed. जो पहला triploblastic animal था वो कौन था? I told you that was Platyhelminths. So Platyhelminth में the structure was like this. ठीक है कि भैया हमारा यहाँ पर एक ectoderm है, say this is my ectoderm, and say this is my mesoderm, and say this is my endoderm, and the cavity that will come in the center, that I am calling it as gut. So this is how the body developed, right? Now what happened is, now you can see this. This is how it developed. Now what happened is, those problem क्या हुआ कि आपके बॉडी में as evolution happened, जैसे जैसे animals evolve हुए, तो other than gut we needed other organs as well. We needed a circulatory system, we needed a respiratory system, we needed a other locomotory system. We needed more systems. उनको कहाँ रखें? लंग को कहाँ रखें, लिवर को कहाँ रखें, हार्ट को कहाँ रखें, बचे हुए को कहाँ रखें? आपका बॉडी तो ऐसे ही, आप ऐसे काटोगे तो बाहर एक्टोडर्म, मेसोडर्म, एंडोडर्म, बीच में गट, कहाँ रखें? Right? Then what we decided, we needed some extra place. Just take an example. Say this is a room. Now this room का जो ये दीवार है, this wall, right? This is ectoderm, then this is mesoderm, then this is endoderm, and जो इस room का जो बीच का फिर खाली जगह बचा, that I'm making a kitchen. This is my room where I stay, and the wall is this ये room का जो wall है, 3 लेयर का है, ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. मोटा मोटा दीवार होने की वजह से बीच में जो जगह है रूम का, I have kept it as kitchen कि भैया वहां पर खाना बनाएंगे, that is my gut. भाई अगर आपके घर में सिर्फ किचन है तो फिर बेडरूम, सोने के लिए जगह, जब आपके कोई गेस्ट आएंगे, लिविंग रूम, you know you need other rooms also, study room, you need kitchen. So kitchen तो हो गया gut. So where will you have others? So what we decided was we separated these layers. We separated these layers. Say what we did was, now look at this. Now this is beautiful. So this is my ectoderm. You will see it. We are going to just even color it so that you understand. So this is my ectoderm. Then what we decided is my next layer, the green one, that is your mesoderm. So that's great. This is mesoderm. Okay. So that's great. And there is my endoderm. What I did was, endoderm I made it here like this, right? I did it like this. So now what happened is, ये बीच वाला तो gut है बेटा आपका. You have this gut. और इस endoderm और mesoderm के बीच में भी you are getting some extra place. You can see here. This extra place you are getting. This is ectoderm, mesoderm. Then I have kept a little gap, and then I put the endoderm. And this cavity I called it as coelom. Coelom means cavity. An extra cavity I made to accommodate other organs. I'll again tell you like this. मेरा ये रूम 3 दीवार का बना है. ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, बीच में किचन. बचे हुए कमरे कहाँ लगाए? हमने क्या किया? ectoderm, mesoderm, और जो अंदर वाली दीवार है उसको अंदर पुश कर दिया. तो इस दीवार और ये ectoderm, mesoderm, ये एक दीवार, 2 दीवार, और तीसरी दीवार को हमने अंदर ऐसे खिसका दिया. जब अंदर खिसका दिए तो ये बीच में एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस मिला ना, बीच में तो है ही गट, बट इन दोनों के बीच में जो एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस मिला, दिस वी कॉल दैट mesoderm, right? And this cavity we call it as coelom. In some animals there is no extra cavity other than gut. These animals are called as acoelomates. They are called as acoelomates. They don't have an extra cavity in the form of gut. They are called as acoelomates. But there are some animals where we have an extra, and this is called coelom. No, this is not a true coelom. Then what is a true coelom? Try to first understand, right? And then I will take you to the other slide. इस केस में एक प्रॉब्लम क्या था? That mesoderm was towards one side. There's ectoderm, mesoderm, then a gap, then endoderm and gut. So the gap between the two is called as coelom. No, this we call as pseudocoelom. This we call as pseudocoelom. तो आप बोलोगे मैम what is a true coelom? In true coelom we split the mesoderm such that, I'm going to draw the diagram here, such that, say this is my ectoderm, very well enough. हम बार-बार बात कर रहे हैं, I'm telling you that this is my ectoderm, right? Mesoderm I have split up. मतलब half mesoderm is here, my half mesoderm is here. You can see this. I'm just coloring it, right? And my half mesoderm is with endoderm. This is my endoderm, right? And half mesoderm I brought it here. I brought it here. ठीक है? And ये बीच वाला क्या है? The beach wala cavity is gut and this is coelom. And here what is happening? The coelom is guarded by mesoderm on either side. इधर भी mesoderm है, इधर भी mesoderm है। वैसे को हम कहते हैं true coelom। अब आप बोलोगे मैम कैविटी से ही ना मतलब था, other organs को accommodate करने के लिए this is a coelomate where I have a single cavity called gut. I made another cavity for accommodating other organs. This is pseudocoelom where it is lined, this coelom is lined by mesoderm only on one end. It is lined by mesoderm only on one end, not both the ends. And if it is lined by mesoderm on both the ends, इधर भी और इधर भी, if it is lined by mesoderm on both the ends, then this is called as true coelom. Right? अब मेरी बात को ध्यान से सुनो. Now ये true coelom और इसका, you can ask me ma'am, अरे भाई हार्ट किडनी रखने के लिए आपको जगह ही चाहिए था ना. How does it matter if it is lying by mesoderm on either side or if it is lying by only one side? I'll tell you later, right? But I just want to tell you that you know when the body develop, remember a true or false. ये तो pseudocoelom, pseudo means false. There is a cavity but not lying by mesoderm on either side. So there is a cavity, so coelom, but it's pseudo because it's not lying by mesoderm. This is true, it is lying by both mesoderm on both the side. You will remember the concept of coelom became possible only when the organism became triploblastic. जब 3 लेयर का होगा तभी ना ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm की हम बात करेंगे, right? Because coelom के साथ mesoderm is very important. And the first organism to become triploblastic was who? Platyhelminth. But Platyhelminth को strike नहीं किया. अभी तो हमको सिर्फ क्या लगा? See, I am organizing my body into 3 layers. That's great. But then, you know, the moment you get something, you start thinking higher. पहले आपके पास जब पैसे आ गए तो आपने क्या सोचा? अच्छा अब एक दुकान और कर लेते हैं. पहले थोड़ा सोचा था कि शुरू में 2 दुकान करेंगे. एक दुकान किया, you made one shop, you earned well, then you thought why not? So when Platyhelminth they developed 3 layers, then they thought, you know, why don't we split these layers and create an extra cavity where other organs can be kept? So though Platyhelminth is the first triploblastic, but coelom का concept came first in Askell-Helminth, which was pseudo, and in all others it was true coelomate. I'm going to show you that. Now let me explain you with another example. Say I was talking about this room. In my room there is a ectoderm. फिर जो बीच वाला दीवार है मैंने उसको आधा कर दिया. बीच दीवार का आधा इधर रखा, आधा इधर खिसका दिया with the अंदर वाला दीवार wall, such that half mesoderm is here, half mesoderm and endoderm, and this cavity which is lying by mesoderm on either side, that's called as a true coelom. Now you must have one question, ma'am, how does it make a difference? I just needed a coelom. How does it make a difference that whether it is lying by mesoderm on either side or it is lying on only one side? I'll reply that to you. But before that, I just try to show you that the coelom was possible only when the organism became triploblastic. The first organism to be triploblastic was Platyhelminth, but they are a coelomate. They just have gut. It is Askell-Helminth who tried it for the first time. It was pseudocoelomate and all others were coelomate. So let us move to the next topic, that is coelom. Now coelom is a fluid-filled cavity. It is and this cavity is filled up with fluid. This is actually filled up with fluid. That is formed by splitting of the mesodermal cells during embryonic development. It lies between the body wall on one side. Yes. एक साइड आपका बॉडी वॉल है, यू नो दैट, जब हमने स्प्लिटिंग किया, और एक साइड क्या है? गट है. बीच में गट, एंडोडर्म एंड मेसोडर्म, एंड यहाँ एक्टोडर्म एंड मेसोडर्म. सो इट इज बिटवीन द बॉडी वॉल एंड द गट. यस, ठीक है. और विद मेसोडर्म ऑन ईदर साइड. व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ द coelom? It gives space for other organs and protects the internal organs and acts as a shock absorber. Since it is filled up with fluid, and अगर organs fluid में तैरेंगे तो obviously क्या है? Shock absorber का काम करेगा. I'll give you an example. See, this is my fist. You hit me, it hurts. Now what I will do is I'll take a polythene का packet, fill it with water and put my hand inside it. That means this is my hand. Then there is a polythene packet and it is filled with water. Now if you hit it outside, your pressure will diffuse in the form of waves in the water. As a result, my hand will keep on floating properly without much damage. So this coelom में जो आपके external organs हैं, and since it is filled up with fluid, it gives protection to the internal organs as well. Is that clear? So this is the concept of coelom, and this is of organisms are basically of Three types, let us see. Some are acoelomates, some are pseudocoelomates, and some are coelomates or eucoelomates. First, let us come to acoelomate. You can see it very clear here. Here you have an ectoderm, you have a mesoderm, here you have endoderm. There is no extra cavity other than gut. Such animals are called as acoelomate. I told you it is from Porifera to Platyhelminths. I just now told you. Now next, let us come to pseudocoelomates. How it is formed? Just it is showing. आपकी बॉडी में यहाँ से you are made up of 3 layers of cells: ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. The outer layer, it went inside. The outer layer, the outer layer. This is your ectoderm. This ectoderm, it went inside. It formed the endoderm, and the space between that is filled up with mesoderm. So it is completely packed. And there's only one cavity called as gut, so this is called as acoelom. So you can see the color combination as well. The central cavity is called as the gut. Now let's come to pseudocoelom. आपके NCERT में डिफाइन ऐसा किया है, the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. दोनों तरफ mesoderm नहीं है. In fact, mesoderm is found in patches, and patches में ऐसा दिखा है. That means little mesoderm here, little here, little here. वो भी है और जो मैंने समझाया वो भी है. Right? Then this is between the ectoderm and endoderm. The mesoderm is found in patches. It is not lined on either side like this. Then this is called as pseudocoelom, and the only example here is Aspergillus. इसका formation का diagram is good. So let us see that. Pseudocoelom, how was it formed? Okay, it is not okay. See this. What happened is, you can see it very clearly here. This is your ectoderm, right? This is your ectoderm. Ectoderm goes inside to form endoderm. So this is ectoderm. The blue part is endoderm. ठीक है? And this yellow part is mesoderm. Mesoderm is towards, and there is this extra cavity. You can see there is this extra cavity other than gut. ये तो आपका gut है ही. You have your gut over here. Right? But then you have an extra cavity. ठीक? This is called as blastocele इसको कह रहा है. That is your pseudocoelom. Since this coelom is guarded by, अंदर में क्या है? This is endoderm, this is mesoderm, this is ectoderm. So this is called as your pseudocoelom. Right? Now let us come to the third one. That is true coelom. A true coelom, you can see here very clearly. This is your ectoderm. This is your mesoderm. Half mesoderm is here. You can see that. And then endoderm. And this cavity between the two, that is called as coelom. Right? It is found from annelids to chordates. अब इसका development कैसे होता है? Let us see a diagram. So if you see here, very nice diagram once again. You can see constantly black part has been labeled as ectoderm in all the 3 figures. So this is your ectoderm. The blue part has been labeled as endoderm in all the figures. So this is endoderm. And the yellow part has been labeled as mesoderm in all the diagrams. So that is mesoderm. Now let's see, the mesoderm will split. See, you can see छोटा सा split किया और किया, and split करते करते पूरा आ गया, such that you have an additional cavity over here. See this. You have an additional cavity over here which is lined by mesoderm on either side. Here also there is mesoderm, here there is also mesoderm. How does it look like? This is ectoderm, this is mesoderm, right? And then इधर में क्या है? This cavity, and then अंदर में क्या है? Mesoderm and endoderm. तो एक तरफ क्या है? Mesoderm, endoderm. एक तरफ क्या है? Ectoderm and mesoderm. So this is lined by mesoderm on either side. Ectoderm, mesoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Such a coelom is called as true coelom. I'm sure coelom का concept आपको clear हो गया. But अभी भी मुझे पता आपके मन में एक सवाल ये उठ रहा है, मैम, how does it matter that mesoderm is on either side? I will tell you towards the end. So first, let us look at this. So 3 types of coelom. I have just drawn 3 animals. यहाँ पर क्या है? The ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, और बीच में है gut. There is no extra cavity. This is called as acoelomate, right? This is ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. There is a cavity, but not lined by mesoderm. Pseudocoelom. Look at here, ectoderm, mesoderm, then mesoderm and endoderm. Cavity lined by mesoderm on either side. This is called as true coelom. कभी-कभी क्या होता है? This coelom, this cavity is filled with blood. आपको याद है मैंने आर्थ्रोपोड में आपको बताया था. I told you that in arthropod the circulatory system, it suddenly the vessels they break and the blood flows through the entire body. So those organisms in which this coelom is filled with blood. The coelom is filled with blood. In that the coelom is very reduced and filled with blood. Such a blood-filled coelom is called as hemocoel, which is found only in arthropods and mollusca. Right? This is called as in arthropods and mollusca. The coelom is reduced. And you know what happens is the cavity contains blood and then this is called as hemocoel. Clear? So with that we have done a lot on coelom. So this is what is the significance of coelom? Finally आपके मन में ये सवाल आएगा, ma'am, why mesoderm on either side? Why mesoderm on either side? Now listen, this is very interesting. Not in your book, but you must know. What is it? Mesoderm they form muscles. I once again repeat, mesoderm आगे जाकर muscles बनाता है, right? If your body is not lined by mesoderm on either side, see this is my body wall, this is ectoderm, then mesoderm, right? Then there is coelom, then I have endoderm. So this will form muscles only on the outer side of my body. Only the outer side, my body wall will have muscles. As a result, my body wall will be flexible, but not my gut. Gut नहीं क्यों? क्योंकि gut endoderm से है. So gut में flexibility नहीं होगी. अगर हम उल्टा करते, बाहर ectoderm, फिर coelom, फिर mesoderm and gut, तो फिर आपके gut में flexibility होती. mesoderm से मसल बनेगा एंड मसल्स क्या होता है, अगर मसल नहीं होगा गट में तो पेरिस्टालसिस कैसे होगा, खाना मूव कैसे करेगा, स्टमक में चर्न कैसे करेगा. सो इफ आई वुड हैव put mesoderm towards the gut, my gut would have shown peristalsis but my body would have been stiff, right? If I had put the mesoderm towards my body wall would have flexibility but my gut could not show movement. So what I decided, I splitted the mesoderm, I gave half to the body and half to the gut. As a result, both my body wall shows flexibility and my gut also shows flexibility, a phenomena called as peristalsis. Right? So it is lined by mesoderm on either side. And what is the significance of coelom? A coelom which is lined by mesoderm gives rise to muscles. This muscle will surround the gut. The gut will also be surrounded by muscles. Let me see here. गट के चारों तरफ भी मसल्स हैं, as well as the body wall के भी चारों तरफ मसल्स हैं. As a result, there will be efficient digestion because food can be pushed through the digestive tract by muscles. आपका body में भी flexibility है and digestive system भी better evolved है. क्यों? क्योंकि food can be easily pushed through the digestive system. Is that clear? So this is about your coelom. So let us see this. As I always show you in this comparative diagram. This diagram will be very helpful to you. So coelom में until unless you are triploblastic, you cannot be coelomate. So obviously all diploblastic will be acoelomate, but the first triploblastic will also be acoelomate. Then Askelhelminth pseudocoelomate and all including chordates, all of us are coelomates. Great. Now the last basis of classification. The last basis of classification is notochord. What is notochord? Just look at this diagram. Notochord, I'm just drawing it with red color. This one. ये जो आपका बना हुआ है, ये आपके NCERT का diagram है. It is a hypothetical diagram of a chordate. It's not a chordate diagram. It's a hypothetical. They have imagined the chordate body like this. Overall. Line diagram of a chordate body. So you can see this part, which I have colored over here. You can see this. ठीक है? This is a rod-like structure, ठीक, which is present at the back. Just imagine, अगर हमारे यहाँ पीछे vertebral column नहीं होता, it is something like a rod-like structure. If I take it out, my body will become like this. So if I put it like this, my body becomes erect. It's a rod-like structure. It is made up of mesoderm. Remember. Those organisms which have this rod-like structure called as notochord right? This side of your body is called ventral. How do I remember? V for victory. This is ventral. So this is going to be dorsal. So those organisms who have a solid एकदम ठोस, अंदर से एकदम solid, not hollow, right? Those organisms who have a solid rod-like structure made up of mesoderm at their dorsal end at any part of their life. आप बोलोगे मैम हमारे में कहाँ है notochord? Embryonic condition में था. When we were within the mother's womb, right? When we were within the mother's womb, we were just an embryo. तो सबसे पहले हमारे बॉडी में notochord ही बना था. This was a solid rod-like structure which was present on the dorsal wall of our body. Later, this got converted into vertebral column. Later, ठीक है? This got replaced into vertebral column. So all those organisms who have a solid, see, it is mesodermally derived, tubular rod-like structure which is present where? Between the nerve cord and the digestive tract. This part is your digestive tract and this is your nerve cord. What is nerve cord? You will know later. Nerve cord बाद में जाकर आपका brain and spinal cord बनाया था. You will know it later. So this solid rod-like structure which is present between this, see, this nerve cord and the digestive tract, this is called as notochord. Animals जिसमें notochord होता है at any stage of their life, they are called as chordates, and those animals which never possess notochord, they are called as non-chordates. So if you remember, एकदम starting में I had divided animals into non-chordates and chordates. Then I divided non-chordates into porifera, coelenterate, and chordates are further divided, about which I am going to speak later. So this basic division into non-chordates and chordates was on basis of notochord. Life के किसी भी stage में you must have this notochord at least some stage of your life. Think then only you are called a chordate. So let us see this. This is the last basis of classification I am going to teach you today. So let us look at this diagram now. All those animals which never possess notochord at any stage of their life, they are all non-chordates. Those who possess at least at some stage of their life, see, at least at some stage of their life, they are called as chordates. Right? So with that, how they have been classified, we have already had, let us have a very quick recap of some of the basis of classification. The first was, the level of organization. Porifera is cellular, then tissue, organ, and annelid organ, onwards it is organ system. Body symmetry mein, only this one is asymmetrical. These four are radially symmetrical, remaining a bilateral. Segmentation mein, this is non-metameric segmentation. These three are metameric, these three. This, annelid, arthropod and chordate, these are metamerically segmented. All others body is unsegmented. Next, germ layer, it is diploblastic till here, triploblastic till the end. Nature of coelom, acoelomate till platyhelminth, axial helminth it is pseudocoelomate, annelid to end, they are all coelomates. Notochord is present only in chordates. Right? So now, see, I have just not started classification at all, but if I come to any one of them, say I tell you, give me some characters of arthropod. See, I have not taught you arthropod, but you can tell me, ma'am, they are all organ level, system level of development. In them, the digestive system is complete. The circulatory system is an open type of circulatory system. The body is bilaterally symmetrical. Body is metamerically segmented. That means the segments are interconnected. New segments add from the end. An external segment due to annuli corresponds with the internal segment due to septa. Their body is made up of three germ layers, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. So we call them triploblastic, and the center part is gut, but the mesoderm is split, right? And it is into two halves such that they have a true coelom. Other than that, I forgot to tell you this, that in these two, the coelom is filled up with blood. If you remember, in arthropod and mollusca, this coelom is filled with blood. So we also call this as hemocoel, H-A-E-M-O. Just let me write it once again. So in them, we call it as hemocoel. In arthropod and mollusca, H-A-E-M-O-C-O-E-L. So you can tell me that it is filled with blood, so we call it hemocoel, and the notochord is absent. Right? So with that, we have done a lot of points on the basis of classification. Now before we end today's lecture, we will quickly go through the NCERT to see what is there. Right? So please open page, I don't know what the page is. Just open your 4th chapter, right? And here you will see, this is Kingdom Animalia, basis of classification. It has given, first is level of organization. You can just see it here. Some of them they have tissue level of organization, it's given. Some of them they have organ level, and किसमें tissue level होता है, it's given. You know, organ level starts from platyhelminths, and then in animals like annelid, arthropod, mollusca, it is not organ level but it is organ system level of development. Then your NCERT also says that organ system shows various complexities. For example, digestive system in platyhelminth has single opening, while a complete digestive system is found in others. Similarly, circulatory system में there are 2 types, open and closed type. Right? Then there is some diagrams on symmetry as well. Next basis of classification is symmetry. Some are asymmetrical, some are radially, and some symmetrical. They have the example. Then you have the germ layers, diploblastic and triploblastic. It has the examples. Then you have the coelom. Then you this is a very important question in your school exam. Very important. Your teacher will ask. If you have any of your exams coming up, she or we will ask, you know, 3-mark question. What are the 3 types of coelom? So it is, you know, acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and coelomate. You have to give the diagram, definition and examples. Right? Then it is about segmentation, I taught you, and then it is about notochord. So with that we have come to an end to today's lecture, where I have given you a comparative analysis on some of the major bases of classification for the various, you know, non-chordates and chordates. I hope just you go through it once again so that your clarity gets better. Please like the video, share it with your friends. New to my channel, then do subscribe and press the bell notification. And for you, I have all my blessings with my last word that please keep studying. We'll meet in the next lecture where we will go for some more, you know, comparative analysis. Till then, good luck and good